What if I told you that... Nah, I'm just kidding. Hey, it's James from the Freedom Files, and this is not going to be my typical video on this channel, as you can probably tell from the thumbnail and the title. Up until this point, this channel and the Freedom Files has been all about me documenting my experience outside of the United States, which is where I'm from. I left the country that I loved 4 years ago with zero idea what I was doing with my future. I had just started my business, and for the very first time, I had the opportunity to travel around the world and experience things that I had never experienced before. Fast forward 4 years, and I have grown several different businesses online. I have gotten residency in multiple countries. I have invested abroad. I have reduced my taxes significantly. I've found love and gotten engaged to a foreign girl, which I never thought was possible. And throughout that whole experience, I certainly have learned a lot. And I've tried to document that on this channel, on the Freedom Files, both on YouTube, but in my email newsletter and on Twitter, everywhere that I possibly could, in order to help others avoid the mistakes that I have made. Now, I am shifting my focus in order to build an actual business around this knowledge that I've learned, especially in the realm of immigration, of investment abroad, of offshore banking, of tax optimization, of all these different elements of a better, healthier, richer life abroad. And that's what this new Freedom Files is all about. So all of that to say, I have created a new YouTube channel and redesigned from the ground up the idea, the concept, and the business model behind the Freedom Files, in order to, instead of just talking about moving abroad, but actually helping people take the steps required in order to live that life. International relocation, up until this point, has been really a black box. What is my life going to look like abroad? How can I get the visa that best optimizes my taxes, my time, and my investment dollars? What is the best country for me? That's what this new Freedom Files channel is all about. We talk about, one, the tactical how to move to a new country, how to get this visa, how to reduce your taxes with the 7% Italy flat tax regime, etc. But also the more human experiences behind those moves. There are 9 million Americans living overseas, and many of them have zero desire to return to their home country. And I think over the next few years, we'll see that number precipitously increase with the rise of the polarization in the United States, with the less powerful dollar, with the weakening economy, just the whole situation in the United States, the cost of living crisis, driving people out faster and more vigorously. People are really passionate about living and leading a completely different life abroad. So that's what the new Freedom Files is all about. I invite you to subscribe to that channel, which I'll link down below. If you're interested in hearing more about living abroad, about moving abroad, about investing abroad, about optimizing your taxes, and just living a longer, healthier, better, richer life in another country, I've got you covered there. Until then, this channel is dead. Thank you so much for following me up to this point. Thank you so much for supporting me in me sharing my stories, my mistakes, and the wins that I've also had over the last few years. As always, check out freedomfiles.co for any information that you need about everything that I've talked about today. But again, this channel is dead. Long live the new Freedom Files channel, link below. Thanks. Talk to you soon.